Good morning, internet users. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been thinking on this morning, and it's the concept of yes and. And I know what you're thinking, improv, right? That's what I thought too when I started thinking about it more. I'm like, oh god, I'm not. This is not improv, and I don't know if you guys watch cartoons, but BoJack Horseman has this whole thing about how improv is like a cult like Scientology or something, which don't come after me, Scientology. This is just me describing the show, the show's implications that they made so that you wouldn't sue them. But, yeah, so like, yes, and what it really means, what I've been thinking about in like a spiritual way. And so to me, the yes is a very simplified version of acceptance, which is when we accept something, we're not wishing it was different. We're not ignoring the parts we don't like. Acceptance is seeing it in its wholeness, the good and the bad of it, and saying, yes, this is what it is. But then we don't stop there. We go to yes and. And I think is that co-creator bit of us where we accept what is and then we get to change how we want, because now we're working with the full truth. We're not fighting the truth. We're not hiding from the truth or running from the truth. We have the full truth to work with, and now we get to choose how to use that information, and that is powerful, I think. So I've been trying to adopt a yes and kind of concept around a lot of things in my life, and I realized that I'd already kind of done this with religions. So for me personally, I guess the best label I have for myself is an omnist, where I believe that there are facets of truth in every single religion, and honestly, even the cults that you see, like, they all start from this little sprig of truth, but then the further we take the message away from the source truth, and the more our ego gets put into it, the worse off that whole concept becomes. Like, at least with like religions with like dead figureheads, we don't have one person manipulating everyone else. And it's usually just a book, which can't manipulate people per se. I mean, I guess it can, but not as actively or as physically abusively as humans can. And so it's less of a high control kind of group in regards to guarding spiritual truths or whatever. But as an omnist, I do believe that truth is throughout all religions and all philosophies and everything we know. There is bits of truth in it, but I don't think any one person has the answer in totality, because the answer is all of it. It's a yes and so when I listen to different religious teachings, I like to yes and that, or different philosophical teachings, kind of put that into my map of reality. Yes, this is a perspective that someone has, and I can see the merit in it. And here's my own synthesis of that, and this is what else I know that goes with that, or that disputes that, or, but yeah, that process of yes and in that order too, because and yes doesn't mean anything good. But yeah, so yes and in life, and then like in work situations or in situations as a parent, like if something is going on, like we have this and this, I'm like, yes, and I get to choose what I do with that now. Like, maybe we have a really busy schedule one day. Yes, we have a busy schedule, and I'm gonna make sure that I take some breaks in between because it's a busy schedule, so I can handle it all, right? Um, just it's that concept of accepting the responsibility of understanding and the responsibility of choosing to either shape, reshape, or leave what it is. And I do think that using non-judgment helps us find the best and out there, both for ourselves and for others. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that little bit of yes and. So I hope someone out there can take what I'm saying, integrate it into their map of reality, yes it, and then put what you know with what I know, and that will be better than what either one of us knew. That's how knowledge works, right? But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Keep yes and in your life and see where it goes, you know? Within reason. We gotta have the discernment developed before we yes and, I think. Because otherwise you'll get a yes man who is like not thinking for themselves if they're not taking the and correctly. The and can't be others' options of what you should do. It's gotta be your choice, that and bit. And it's gotta be a yes from you too. Someone trying to force you to accept something is not healthy or helpful at all. So don't let anyone else yes and you, but yes and yourself. For yourself. Just remember that you have a choice, but that choice can either be to fight reality or to build upon it. And so I wasted a lot of energy fighting life, trying to pretend it wasn't so, or trying to wish it out of existence. But that didn't really do anything, did it? If anything, it just delayed my inevitable healing process. Yeah, acceptance is a hell of a thing. And I don't know if it's ever really easy. I don't think it's in its nature. It wouldn't really be so valuable if it was, right? But yeah, I'm getting a call, so I'm going to take that as a sign to head off of here. Have a good morning, everyone. Bye.